The first question is really, why don't you talk a little bit about rural broadband, why you think that's important, why you've made that such a centerpiece so far?
Well, I guess the best way to answer that is to come back with a question. Would you buy a house where you walked in and they said, I'm sorry, but you can never have any electricity in this house? You wouldn't do it. And broadband, to me, is the electricity of the 21st century. Really, the issue is economics. A business can't locate at a place where they can't operate broadband. It's an economic death sentence for rural America. Many people won't buy a house. I've talked to realtors who've said, you know, I tour around the house and say, oh, by the way, you can't get broadband here, and the buyer says, well, no thanks, I'm going to live somewhere else. And that's a recipe for out-migration, which is not something Maine needs. I don't think the government should be choosing winners and losers, and I don't think they should even be choosing which technology is the right technology. I think what they should do is look for results.
Angus, just to follow up on that, I wrote it down so I could make sure I covered all the points, and to make this just more local. Why is broadband access and adoption so important to rural areas of the country, especially for Maine, one of the most rural of states? And how would improved broadband access and adoption benefit the lives of Mainers?
Well, it gives us a fighting chance to have an economic future. I mean, if you don't have broadband access, in my view, within the next 5 to 8 years in all areas, those areas are written off. They're not going to have an economic future. And I don't think this is a nice to have deal. I think this is a must have deal.